And I really think that what's changed, what surprised me, I'm sorry, I'm going on a bit, surprised me from I was worried after last season, we lose some players. We got lucky in some areas, the Bulls did a great result against Leinster, and we did, and that wasn't sustainable. But I just watched our depth just come through of these youngsters. We've got a really exciting generation here. Sessions, Suleiman, Connor, Cade, Andre Hugo. So really excited, I must say.
And then just lastly, at the end of the 4 or 5 weeks, you as the coaches and the players themselves can measure them from where they were now to where they are and see if they had growth over the time that the Boks were.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they're going to get a great opportunity. I mean, both the Sharks away and Bulls away get massive local derbies, and there's some youngsters that get thrown there. And what's actually quite nice, the way things have worked out later, and there's the Curry Cup. So there are guys who we probably can't get to yet, like Leon Lyons enough or that sort of thing. So we've still got the Curry Cup here to confirm. But I think this experience will be brilliant for them. And we're genuinely excited. I mean, but it's a bit of pressure. That Glasgow thing probably took a bit of our breathing space away in terms of the home playoffs. So we're under a little bit of pressure when it comes to those. Next week in Belfast and those 2 big away games.
Okay, guys, are there any other questions?
Don't laugh. I was going to say fit to play, but that would be a lie. Scurry's available. Let's put it. Hey, Scurry's fit. It's great. He's in the mix. Might be another week in terms of when we select him, but he's back. So I mean, to have coming back on strength this week, Scurry, Evan, Roos, and Herschel's great for us.
Dobbo, I don't think it's new news, but I think we were reminded this week that the South African teams are able to host, I think, round of 16 and quarterfinal fixtures in the Champions Cup. That's also going to be a big motivator for this game, getting as many. I know you only need sort of 1 point to get through to the playoffs, but you must want to finish as high as you can in this sort of table.
Dylan, you spot on. We've talked about it a lot. As Stephen said, it's critical that I think a last 16 back on one of these flights to an away to a top-ranked team, because we finished 7th or something, is going to be almost. It's going to be probably beyond the capabilities. Probably that's when the decision you make. That versus URC. So the home playoff for 3 reasons. One is for the, I think we've got a good chance of winning home playoffs in these conditions. Our home record is what it is. The second reason is a great revenue. I mean, there'd be 2 great occasions. And the third thing is, I think, just for the people of Cape, because we haven't got a lot of home games, and I think to us to be at the top table of European rugby, hosting a quarter would be magic. So this game is a hell of it's not important from the point where you're scared of losing, but just what it can be. It makes it very, very important.
All right, guys. So we're ready to unleash Stephen now, Okay, Stephen, go for it.
Thanks, guys. Was it? Dobbo, just to go to that thing of the reports that South African teams have to travel for the semis. I mean, how do you feel about that if it comes down to that? I know the final is West cast in stone, but how do you feel about the semi-final thing?
No, listen, I think lots of big parts have been moved and things have aligned to let us just take part in this competition, and we're still finding our feet at this thing. So to have us just be part of it, I'm honestly grateful for it. I've got no complaints. I mean, in fact, at one stage we're expecting every playoff to be away. So got the chance to play for these 2 now, home semi, and like we talked about this morning, the kids, if we go away and we've done really well in terms of our seeding because we finished in the top 4 and hosted a home playoff, and we're fortunate enough to get into a semi, I'd back us anywhere because we in the world to have a go at that, and we'll have all our guys back. And so no issue with the venue whatsoever. Just literally grateful to be part of it.
One thing, because I understand it from what you're saying, Evan will be back. I mean, Jibo has played so well at number 8 as well that one has almost forgotten how good Evan is. But having a combination potentially, being able to restore that combination of Dion, Jibo and Evan from last season. I mean, how big will that be for you in the way going forward?
Yeah, I think it was a great combination. So, we missed. Yeah, Chief's done a great job. Like that, people saying the cliches, he finds a different way to do what Evan does. But that's that's exactly where we're trying to get to, Steve. And what's quite nice for us is that they don't fall under the resting protocol like Steven and the other guys. So we've got a chance to get the band back together and play them a little bit over the next while, which is quite exciting.
And obviously, Marvin is part of the resting protocol. Have you given any thought to the number 5 lock position going forward? Potentially got someone coming in, or is Connor grooming Connor a little bit? Is that part of the plan, or how are you going forward?
Yeah, no, we thought a lot about it. Gary Porter was exceptional, and Clement will be back he's available next week. We are looking at some sort of lock cover just because of the nature of those 3 injuries. I'm sure Mike will let you know about that with time. And we are training Connor as a caller, so I'm not too worried. I think Marvin's got 1 more week with us, but he's been exceptional. We just play 80 minutes. Yeah, I almost want to rest him now. Just got to get him across the line for 1 more. So Marvin, we're very, very comfortable, and the communication with SA Rugby around the resting has been superb. But we have made Gary is going to be good, but Steve, I don't want to mess you guys around. We have got to possibly just looking at strengthening that resource for the rest of the season. I've got an idea around that.
Dobson, have you? After this, you're going back to Europe again. In terms of Ulster, how do you? I know you guys probably. All the thoughts are probably went into this game, but can you get out of that Ulster game? Is that just about building depth, or do you think you guys will you have to play a really watered down team there and look at it from an experience point of view, or?
Well, we've chosen that team already, and it's got a few changes to this week, but nothing that gives me any. It just excites me, like I was saying earlier, Stephen, about the depth we got here, because it's a team that can go and do a job there. I think that the truth is, at the start of the season, we probably stood Ulster away because of what's happened in those games last year. Probably a tough one, but looking at obviously the Glasgow result may change our mindset a little bit. So we'll back the guys that we've chosen. We're not going to change the team or unrest guys because we want to go and win. But we're going there to try and get something out of the game. There's no question. We're not going there just for a tick box or to fulfill a fixture. We've got the players and the ability, and we see Ulster perhaps aren't quite the team they were last year, and we want to go for that game as much as we can next week. It won't be the same team, but if I read you the team, which I can't do now because Michael will overfit, it's a team, hypothetically, that team loose trio could be Evan Roos, Villiers Engelbrecht, I don't know, Achiever Junior. I really am speaking, but that's guys who haven't played. Achiever has played, but Evan hasn't played that much, so good. Ruan has not overplayed.
Sorry, just to clarify, who are all the guys that have to do the rest protocol?
Steve, I don't know if I can list that. It's SA Rugby Communique. I've given you a list, but I don't want to read out a list. I don't think it's my, you know what I mean? But I can just tell you from our team that the Kitshoff and Gaza this week are definitely resting after this week. But I don't want to go, because the protocol's got various tiers to it, and that's not my.
2 guys that did media this week, just out of coincidence.
Okay.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks, Steve.
Cool. Thanks, Stephen. Oi, we've got a late hand from Mabin. Let's hope we haven't heard this question already. It's Mabin.
Hi, Dobbo. Sorry, I just want to ask you just the update on Mani as well. With these protocols, how many weeks will be out for exactly?
I think he did really well with his testing, so he'll be back. He's available next week. But he's obviously a guy we've also played quite a lot. No, but he's fit from next week again. So we had 3 concussions from that game. Junior, Pokamela, Paul de Vette and Mani. So just the sport, it's tough sport.
And then just for Stephen, you guys obviously been 3 weeks away on tour. What's the feeling like being back? Because the festive season rugby, we saw big crowds, 30,000. So you must be looking forward to playing in front of the DHL faithful.
No, 100%. I think tour's good in a sense of for us as a team to build confidence, especially after that Glasgow loss. I think we grew a lot and a lot of internal conversations, but I think it's great for us to be back playing a bit of summer rugby, which is absolutely amazing.
Thanks, guys.
Cool. Thank you very much, everyone. Appreciate it. We'll see you Saturday.
Thanks, boys. Sorry to keep you waiting. We've waited around so long.
Thanks, Phil.
Thanks, Phil.
Thing I need from
There's load shedding or what?
So the Colonel, this guy who kind of runs our games, it's a cool thing. So I just need a video message from you wishing me happy birthday. Can we get it outside?
No, man.